What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Now, most of you may have realized that I did not put a video out yesterday, and trust me, I'm not happy about it. But for all of you who don't know, I'm from New York. We had a huge snowstorm, nor'easter, that kind of came through in the Northeast. I wasn't home. I didn't have my laptop. I obviously didn't have my green screen. So, unfortunately, I was not able to make a video discussing things happening in crypto. And of course, as you know, one day in crypto is like an entire week. I feel like I've been gone forever, but I'm back today, and there are so many things that I wanted to cover, but not before I give the most necessary shout out to everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting. You guys are amazing. Without you, without the community, I wouldn't be anything. I wouldn't be doing this. There'd be no purpose to my life. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, guys, now let's dive in because we have so much to cover today. The first thing I wanted to talk about was the market. Let's just check out what's going on. So we're still fluctuating between that 400 billion to 500 billion market cap. However, if you've noticed, Bitcoin dominance is now at 41.7%. So if there's not new money coming in, but Bitcoin is going up, obviously, that means it's coming from the alts. Now, I discuss this all the time with my channel, on my live streams, in my Telegram group. We have a Bitcoin season and an altcoin season. It happens over and over again. Currently, I think we might be in Bitcoin season. So anyone that's been looking at their Blockfolio lately, their Delta, their BitUniverse, whatever app it is that you use to track your portfolio, you'll notice that you're kind of down on your Bitcoin comparative. Yeah, it's a bummer. But now is the time that you have to ask yourself, do you want to ride the Bitcoin train? I mean, ultimately, the best time to get in would have been at the $6,000 mark. But at the same time, we also know that this is a great opportunity to get into some of those altcoins that may be losing a little bit of their Bitcoin value. But it's the weekend. A lot of people got paid. So if you're coming in with fresh fiat, it might be a good time to scoop up some of those coins that you've been looking at and just waiting for that right time to get in. So obviously, never financial advice from this channel. You guys always have to do whatever you feel is the most beneficial and what you believe in. So me personally, I have not traded out very much for Bitcoin, only a little bit here and there, but I'm still sticking with the alts that I believe in, and I'm sticking with the projects that I know going forward are going to have a lot to offer. So I'm an old school hodler. What are you going to do about it? But to each his own. Now, let's get into some much needed NEO news, because you guys know I love NEO on this channel. So today kicked off the NEO APAC Tour. Now, APAC is basically short for Asia Pacific, right? So they're going to be hitting up Singapore, Tokyo, Taipei, Melbourne, Sydney, and Seoul. So if you guys are in any of those areas, I would definitely check it out. They're going to be doing so much coverage. There's going to be different kinds of workshops, all different kinds of NEO, NEP-5 tokens. City of Zion is going to be there. Moonlight is going to definitely be there. They sponsored the DevCon. They had a huge contribution to that. You can expect a lot of updates from Nex, the O3 team, VDT Network, which I've definitely been trying to get involved in lately because those guys are doing some really cool stuff. And yeah, but the thing I wanted to point out, the main reason I brought this up is because they were initially going to be offering a live stream of the event, but unfortunately, they were having issues with the Wi-Fi, as you can see right here. Now, Box Mining actually took the opportunity to comment on this, saying that sometimes when people come into the room and they're all on the Wi-Fi, it slows it down and you can't do a live stream, but they are going to be recording the live stream, so you guys, not the live stream, but they're going to be recording the events, so you guys can expect to be able to see all the coverage, everything going on, should be available on the YouTube channel as soon as possible. So for anybody that wants to keep up to date, you can check out NEO News today. I had the opportunity to meet Dean. He runs it. He's a really great guy, and I love NEO News. It's one of my outlets right away for anything NEO, so definitely check that out, guys. Also, speaking of NEO, I didn't have an opportunity to announce this, but THOR token sale officially opened their whitelist yesterday. I had the opportunity to do a interview with the guys over at THOR. David and Matt, really awesome interview. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. And yeah, so if you guys are interested in getting involved, the whitelist is now open and the token sale will begin on March the 12th. In other NEO news as well, I know Trinity, they were really in the spotlight, and then kind of they had a little bit of a dip lately, but they announced that they've started their open beta on their testnet. You can go over to their GitHub. So anybody that's interested, if you want to try it out, give it a test shot. If you're a developer, you want to see what it's all about, look into it. They're actually open for reviews. You can pretty much give them your input on it. So that's really cool to see Trinity moving forward. Also, the tweet that I noticed the other day was this whole rebrand right here of the Trinity website, which I'm super pumped about, because one of the things that they really hadn't promoted about themselves was the fact that they're going to be a universal off-chain scaling solution. So they're not just going to be dealing with NEO. That was basically what they were pushing originally, was the whole ability to transfer NEO tokens on their state channels. But they did have the opportunity to show that they had their other app where they were able to do it with ERC20 tokens, and hopefully moving forward it should be able to basically be a second layer protocol for any blockchain moving forward. So this makes me question, things for, like, let's say Raiden network, right? Well, if Trinity is going to be able to do what Raiden is doing, well, then that might sway my views on a lot of these other scaling solutions. And actually, because of that, I'm going to be completely transparent. I moved a small portion of my portfolio into Trinity because moving forward, I actually think that there is huge potential for this coin, and I think it's extremely undervalued at the current time. So yeah, I mean, you guys could do what you want. Never financial advice, but I just moved a little bit of my earnings into Trinity, or my portfolio into Trinity, because I really, after having a second look at this protocol, I'm a lot more pumped about it than I was when I first heard about it. So that's just a personal thing. But moving on, I also want to talk about more NEO news, because that's the theme of today. Alphacat, which is the world's first robotic advisor marketplace, which is focused specifically on cryptocurrencies, has officially released their updated roadmap. And one of the things that I really like about this is, you could see that they're going to have the second level database, the developer APIs coming out in Q4. And I'm definitely really pumped for the App Store. The App Store should be coming around somewhere at the end of Q2. I'm really interested in seeing how they do this. There's a lot of things out there that are trying to be trading bots, trying to guarantee you this, trying to guarantee you that. And I personally have always had an issue with trading bots, personally. Because my thing is, like, let's say hypothetically in a perfect world, all right, we have this trading bot, and it's a completely genius trading bot. It's going to make you millions of dollars. But let's just say that everyone in crypto uses it. Let's say we're all using the same bot, right? Just in a hypothetical situation. How can the bot even gather data to help you win or make gains in a crazy volatile market if everyone was using the AI or the bot, right? So I'm definitely interested in figuring out more about how this is going to work, how this is going to go forward. And I'd also be extremely interested in reaching out to the team at Alphacat to potentially do an interview, because for me personally, I think this is something that we just need to hear from the team themselves. But that's something you guys can look at. Alphacat, definitely an very intriguing product. Their whole thing is they're trying to make investing in cryptocurrencies, as they put it, as easily as buying a bottle of Coke. So that's their thing. Moving forward, I wanted to talk a little bit about Wowoo. Now, Wowoo, essentially, basically in their own terms, they're going to be an ecosystem that wants to breathe economic value into aspiring contents, all right? So it consists of the Wowoo platform and the core services, but they're also going to have a token called WowBit with a ticker of WWB. Now, here's the crazy thing. They originally started using the Ethereum blockchain, but recently decided to switch to NEO. Now, this is not the first time we've seen this. We saw that with Guardian, all right, the 911 service of blockchain. They also moved over to the NEO ecosystem blockchain. So this is something we might be seeing moving forward. Maybe a lot of these Ethereum-based projects are realizing the issues with the Ethereum blockchain. I'm going to tell you guys straight up, I was trying to transfer some of my ERC20 tokens this morning, and I was having such a difficulty with the gas. They were saying the network was congested. It was giving me a lot of issues, and I got super frustrated. And personally, something's got to give here. Either Ethereum has to really fix their scaling solutions, or things like NEO which are already doing 1,000 transactions per second. Now they're saying they can do 10,000 transactions per second. We saw an issue with one of their nodes going down the other day, which caused a problem with the network. Now currently they're not running that many nodes, which there's the whole argument about decentralization and all of that. But I think that moving forward with the scaling solution like Trinity on top of the blockchain of NEO, as they begin to expand to other nodes, I can see so much for the NEO blockchain moving forward, and I'm really happy to see that Wowoo has actually decided to switch from Ethereum to NEO. Now, if you guys don't know, I had the opportunity to see the CEO of Wowoo talk live at the NEO DevCon. His name is Fujimaru, which I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm like infamous for butchering names, but he developed this ecosystem basically to be able to allow people pretty much to just share and generate token rights for different use cases. And his whole idea is to build a revolution among the community. It was actually funny because he had a slideshow. I didn't take any pictures of it, but he was talking about how he was like a hippie with all like peace, love, and his whole thing is about building this community of everyone where we can share and utilize the blockchain together. And I really like projects like this. So that's a really awesome thing. I wanted to point that out too. And another thing that's not a brand new article, but somebody just wanted me to discuss was speaking on the NEO centralization issues with the lack of nodes, how there's thousands on Ethereum, but there's only, there's about, there were like 9 nodes. I heard that THOR was going to potentially run their own node and a few of these others. But let's say at this point, I don't know when you guys are watching this video, but there's definitely less than 20 nodes. And the last time I checked, there were officially 9, but they might have added more at the time of making this video. So a lot of people were asking questions about, well, the whole issue with NEO being divisible. How's that going to work? What's going to happen when NEO is $1,000? How are people going to even be able to afford a NEO? What's going to go on with that? And I actually was pointed to this article that came out I think it was a few weeks ago. I had not seen this, but they were asking why an indivisible token, and do you see this causing any source of friction going forward as the NEO community continues to grow? And I just want to give you this short paragraph from a long AMA from Hongfei, the NEO founder, and he says that he does think it's an issue. He says, let's put it this way. Every block will have 8 gas unlocked. The gas is already there, but it's just an incentive. There's 1 gas bound with every NEO token. So block after block, a small amount of gas will be unlocked. So it's not like you're earning a dividend. It's not a security, which is why NEO is able to not have to worry about these security issues that we're seeing in the United States. It's like a gradual release of something that you already own. The reason that the NEO token is indivisible is that they wanted to release it and have it be immediate. For every block, there's going to be 8 gas release, and those gas will be divided by the NEO token holders. If NEO is divisible, it will cause some mathematical problems, but he does say that they are thinking about designing a new mechanism, and under this new mechanism, the total amount of gas should be approximately 100 million, but not exactly 100 million, and with that mechanism, NEO tokens may potentially in the future be divisible. So we don't really know, okay? But it's something that they're thinking about, because moving forward, $1,000 NEO, it's a lot, right? So they are looking into that issue. So that is all the NEO news that I wanted to cover so far, and I have some other things I'd like to just touch really quick. The first one is origintrail. They released an updated roadmap. So if you guys want to know more about origintrail, you can check out, I did a video on them, or you can just go to their website, origintrail.io. You could see they have released a lot of details moving forward, things about their testnet, things about their Apollo being used in the beta, the origintrail, or as they put it, the trace alliances, many things moving forward, the token model, and you can come here, check it out at origintrail.io/roadmap for the updated roadmap. I wanted to point that out there. Also, a lot of people have been asking me about the Achain loyalty program. So the loyalty program is basically this. They're going to take a snapshot at the block height of 195,000. So you guys have a lot of time to still get involved. We're not at the block height yet, so you don't have to rush to get involved in this. But if you are interested, it's as simple as getting an Achain wallet either through Achain themselves or through Kcash, and then all you have to do is send one Achain to this address right here, and that is going to make you eligible for the loyalty program. Now, one Achain I think is worth about 36 cents at this point. It's nothing major. It's just their way of putting you into the loyalty program. Now, unlike loyalty programs that we have seen, like for example with Elastos, this is not technically a lock up. It's just a loyalty program. So they're going to be taking a snapshot every, I think it was every 50,000 blocks. I don't see the, yeah, I believe it was every 50,000. Oh yeah, here we go. Taken at, yeah, every 50,000 blocks, exactly. So for every 50,000 blocks up to block 2150000, they are going to be taking snapshots, and then what's going to happen is they're going to take average of all of those snapshots. So as they put down here, you know, say you have 0, then you have 100, then you have 50, then you have like 300. They're going to take an average of all of that, and then you will be distributed those tokens based on everyone that is involved in the loyalty program, and then that will be distributed accordingly based on how many Achain that you're holding. And you can find that at achain.com loyalty program. That's there. In other news too, I also wanted to say that NAV Coin released this pretty cool teaser. I was checking it out. You guys can come over here and play it. You know, NAV Coin, they're a privacy coin. I remember last year there was a huge privacy boom with things like PivX, NAV, there was Verge. Obviously, Monero's been a leader for a very long time. So this is a little bit about their teaser. You can come over and check it out. So they're obviously planning on unveiling a lot of things in the future. I think that NAV Coin might potentially be an undervalued privacy coin at this point in time. I personally do not own any NAV. I'm not a big privacy coin guy. I don't really own any privacy coins. Not for any real reason. I just don't really have a need for privacy coins, and that's just my own personal thing. But if you guys come over here, you can check that out. And also in other news, I'm sure you guys have heard about this, but I didn't have a chance to discuss it. Binance, they did do a 25% decrease on their overall withdrawals, but they also announced that they're doing a 50% reduction in their Bitcoin withdrawal fee. And I think that had a lot to do with the community. The community was coming forward. They were saying that the prices were just way too expensive. And I agree. I mean, for being one of the biggest, I mean, what, CZ, the CEO, he made the cover of Forbes. He became a billionaire in, I think, 6 months, right? Which is crazy. And that's the thing, that those things can happen in crypto. But it's really nice to see a guy like him and his Binance.com, his baby essentially, lowering the fees to 0.0005 Bitcoin. And by the way, I tried it out this morning. It works. It's awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to the community and moving forward. Now let's talk about some other crazy news. So CoinBase got hit with this class action lawsuit claiming that there was some potential insider trading that was that happened during the Bitcoin Cash release. I don't know if you guys remember this. I was there myself. This was one of my most horrible trades I've ever made. I tried to get involved in the arbitrage at the moment. They totally shut down trading. At one point, there was Bitcoin Cash selling for $9,000 on GDAX. Then they halted absolutely everything. So I highlighted this right here. They said the activity caused the value of cryptocurrency to spike 200%, and then that led Coinbase to temporarily freeze the trading, and remaining Bitcoin Cash purchasers were forced to pay artificial inflated prices that had been manipulated well beyond the fair market price of Bitcoin Cash at the time. So yeah, they're dealing with that, and they also say that they have some speculation that they might have had some inside trading themselves. And as you guys can see here, I'm pulling up the dollar chart because this is really what I wanted to talk about. I mean, you guys can see, look at what it did. It was roughly here. Look at it starting to accumulate price, starting to accumulate, right? A little suspicious, and then boom, we hit an all-time high of $4,000 for a Bitcoin Cash, and then it's been pretty much taking a hit ever since. I'm not going to lie, I got involved in all of this madness. It really put a bad taste in my mouth as far as this manipulative trading goes, and because of that, yeah, I have no interest in that. Also, speaking of, well, not scams, but manipulation, but also scams, I'm not too sure. Somebody brought this to my attention, BitcoinInvest.cc, where you're going to earn up to 7.2% daily without doing any work. They're looking to offer up to a return of your investment of 244%, or if you go all the way up to plan 4, 724%. That's 20.8 daily percent on your Bitcoin returns. Yeah. Carlos from BitConnect, where are you right now, buddy? Because this to me looks like something that I would not suggest anyone to get involved in. Do your own due diligence, but I would not be investing in Bitcoin Invest right now, because anything that is promising you a 20.8% daily return and a 720% daily, or excuse me, annual return, that's to me not sustainable. It's not possible. It looks like a Ponzi. So that's my take on that. I also wanted to have a quick discussion about Polymath, how they partnered with the Barbados Stock Exchange, known as the BSE, and they want to launch the world's first security token. So they've also had partnerships with T0, Bank to the Future, and Selfkey. But for those of you who don't know, Barbados Stock Exchange, or BSE, is a pending they're pending shareholder approval, but they're a regulated exchange that is going to provide traditional security transactions. Polymath is going to be launching Polymath Capital, the world's first security token fund. The venue type fund will invest only in security tokens, and asset class that is quickly becoming legitimized as these securities become regulated vehicles. Yeah, I don't know a lot about that, because I do know that securities are giving people a lot of issues as far as ICOs are concerned in the United States, but we'll see how that develops as far as them moving forward. Also, guys, I wanted to just drop this real quick. I was stumbling across this really cool article on cryptocurrency Reddit, and this user right here, Sam Chadwick, okay? He posted this really awesome article on advice for early crypto investors, all right? And things that we're seeing with crypto investors. So you can see right here, he talks about mistakes, trying to control things that you can't, recent biases, listening to YouTubers like me. You know, well, I mean, guys, thank you for coming, but never take just my advice. Always do your own research. And then he also talks about paying too much attention. You know, sitting there and just refreshing your portfolio every 5 seconds. Sometimes you got to relax. These things are going to build up the cortisol levels. You're going to freak out. You got to just take a chill pill and relax. And, you know, sometimes paying attention to the market too much could actually, you know, you could see yourself doing some more harm to your investments than if you just sit back, relax, hodl, and do what you got to do. I will leave a link in the description to that. Also, I wanted to talk about Porsche. Porsche is going to be moving forward in the blockchain industry. So they've already had a little bit of a test with blockchain for their apps. They used it for... I didn't highlight it right here, but they were using it for basically unlocking your vehicle. So locking and unlocking your vehicle using a blockchain-powered app. So to quote them, they say, "We can use blockchain to transfer data more quickly and securely, giving our customers more peace of mind in the future, whether they are charging, parking, or need to give a third party, such as parcel delivery agents, temporarily access to their vehicle. They want to translate this innovative technology as a direct benefit to the company." And then they also say that efficient cryptographic encryption ensures that all activities are documented in the blockchain in a way that prevents it from being modified and can be viewed from any app. For example, access authorizations can be distributed digitally and securely and can be monitored by the vehicle owner at any time. We've kind of seen Car Vertical trying to do something like this, where they wanted to be the Carfax, where it's on the blockchain, you know, it's a immutable ledger, everything's available. So they think that they're going to be moving forward, doing a lot more using blockchain-based integration. So that's really great, and I'm glad to see that Porsche is taking a step forward in that direction. I hope to see a lot more. Maybe we could see things like VeChain and their partnership with BMW. We could see more of that in the future. And also, I wanted to talk about cryptocurrency, some of the benefits of it. So I read this article over here on how cryptocurrencies and blockchains are changing philanthropy. So here's the thing. You know, I've participated in a lot of charities. I've done a lot of you know, donations and charity work in my community for some of the things, you know, in my area. And one of the things that people tend to have an issue is where is my money going? Right? When you donate to an organization, you basically have to put your trust in the fact that they're going to do what they say they're going to do with that money. So what's cool is that things like blockchain, you can have, this is our public Bitcoin address. These are the addresses of the people that we're donating it to, whether it be the Red Cross or the Des Moines Tumor Institute, right? Or any of these nature. So it will be nice to see people you know, donate their money to a cause, and then you can actually get to see your money being sent to these other companies that are going to be using that money with the donations, pushing forward whatever it is their particular cause. So that'll give a lot of peace of mind to people that are donating, so you can actually see that your money is going to projects and going to things that you actually thought it was going to go to, instead of just, you know, people taking vacations and get, you know, whatever happens with these I don't want to get into that, but obviously we know that we've seen things with charities doing a lot of non-ethical things with the money that they receive. So it's nice to see that moving forward. Also, I wanted to point out that in other adoption, Dubai is set to launch their own blockchain marketplace for tourism, for the tourism industry. So they say that the Dubai Tourism Blockchain Marketplace plans to add additional distribution channels for hotels. And in the next 2 years, they're going to be connecting via blockchain all of the tourist organizations involved in planning trips, giving guests more transparent and real-time prices and choices in Dubai's tourist activity. And by the end of February, which already happened, the Dubai Road and Transport Authority says that they've announced that they plan to release their own blockchain-based system for tracking the life cycle of vehicles by 2020, also as a part of the Dubai 10X initiative. So guys, we are seeing more and more and more blockchain development moving forward. And on one final story, I just wanted to say that, yeah, so there's this new coin, Eco, which apparently is going to be a new global currency that is literally going to be directly coming at Bitcoin at the jugular, trying to take them down. Who is behind this? Well, none other than Garrett Camp, who is the co-founder of Uber. And he says that he's looking to the world's top universities to run verified nodes. He chose the term eco for its connotation of ecosystem, economics, e-commerce, etc. And according to an article in Fortune, eco is also going to be able... Excuse me, guys. Eco is in it to win it and is designed to go head-to-head with Bitcoin, gold, and fiat money for daily global payment transactions. So in their white paper, Eco blatantly slams Bitcoin as a speculative investment rather than a medium exchange. So the Eco Foundation, which is a non-for-profit organization, says that they're trying to create a global currency that is easier, safe, and faster to use than paper money. Okay, well... faster than paper money. Okay, well, we have seen things like Nano, which are pretty freaking fast if you ask me, but they're giving away 50% of their total token supply to their early takers. So they are not doing a public ICO. And similar to Bitcoin, there's going to be a finite amount of eco, but unlike the 21 million that Bitcoin has, they are going to be having a cap of 1 trillion EcoCoins, which will allow for billions of users to own many EcoCoins. So Eco is building a verified network of global universities, which is an approach that seems to take a digital page directly out of Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook. The network will help to build an evenly distributed and cooperative financial infrastructure in an energy efficient way. So if you guys want, you're more than welcome to go check out their white paper. I have not had an opportunity to dive into this white paper just yet, as I just heard about this news today. I'm very interested if any of you have taken a look into the white paper. I would like to know what your feelings and your thoughts are on this project moving forward. Could this really potentially be the Bitcoin killer? I don't know, guys. That's gonna be tough, considering that Bitcoin is literally the most secure blockchain on planet Earth. Whether or not you believe in it, it is. And also in final news, I just wanted to give a shout out to David Hay, who I had the opportunity to meet at at the NAC3 conference. He had an excellent presentation, and he was talking about the issues that are going on in Venezuela and other countries throughout the world, that their governments have just done absolutely heinous things to the financial structure of the company. You know, he speaks about how $100 a year ago is now worth about a penny, maybe even less by then. And he's been really pushing forward this idea for one of these bigger cryptos, whether it be Dash, Litecoin, even Bitcoin Cash at this point. They even mentioned Electronium, to potentially be willing to donate $2 million worth of their crypto to help basically reboot this economic infrastructure of this companies, or not the companies, but of these countries. And I think it's a really amazing thing that he's trying to do. Obviously, I myself, as a small YouTuber, there's not much that I can really do. I don't personally have $2 million to donate myself, but I just wanted to get the word out there. If anybody knows anybody that might have the ability to get involved with some of these bigger coin projects, whatever it is, Yeah, I just had to give a shout out to David Hay because he's out there, he's doing his thing, and definitely check him out. Go to his YouTube channel, see what he's talking about, get involved. I do think that crypto is something where we all can make money on, but I also see blockchain technology as something that's going to revolutionize the world. And with people like David Hay taking these leadership roles to really attempt to change it and make a difference in the world and potentially bring back these struggling countries and help them potentially to become more prosperous and have a better sense of a way to share money and move forward. I really not much I could say except that I really appreciate what he's doing. And anyone that wants to join the revolution, maybe you guys can hit somebody up, or you know someone, or you just want to discuss it or share the information. I think what David Hay is doing is really noble and really selfless, and I just had to give a huge shout out to him at the end of my video for that, because I think that that's just as important as making money is also helping to change the world in the process. And that's the reason that I got involved in this initially, and the rest just kind of snowballed. So guys, that being said, it feels so good to be back. I missed you guys. I had a day off. So if you're new to this channel, I usually update every single day. I do live streams. I have a very avid community on my Telegram group where we get involved. It's a bunch of really smart individuals. So that being said, guys, I wanted to say it feels so unbelievably good to be back. Seriously, one day in crypto is like 1 week. I wanted to say thanks again to everyone that has been commenting, liking, subscribing to my channel. If you're new, definitely hit that subscribe button. Feel free to drop me comments. I love getting back. I love hearing from everybody. And yeah, everyone, enjoy the weekend. And if you see a sale, if you see a dip, if you see a coin you've been looking at, get involved. If not, Bitcoin, it's taking a tear. It's on a run. Looks like crypto's back again. I can't wait till we break that $500 billion mark. That being said, guys, you're amazing. My name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.